So today's Meet the Team with the horses is this lad, GeorgieSaurus. He is very scared of the cameras.
He is a bit of a spooky horse, and this is a good excuse, but very good training.
You can hear him snorting. So he's got a rather amazing story, hasn't he? Because you first noticed him back in 2015.
I know, I spotted him on a website. I wasn't even looking, and he was 4 years old. Did I want a 4-year-old? No. And I just thought, you know, this horse has got something. And I ended up going to see him, and I ended up buying him through, during and after my head injury. So it's about the only thing I remembered was, weren't we buying a horse?
I cannot even tell you the frustration. So the breeder, gorgeous Sharon, who bred him and was so proud of him, was all set for William to buy him. And then William had the horrible fall in Le Lion d'Angers. Didn't have his phone for nearly 3 months to try and help the brain injury. First day with his phone back. Couldn't remember me or his kid's name. So he was round the corner of the barn over there on his phone sneakily behind the back of the shed.
It wasn't that bad.
Ringing Sharon saying, could I still buy that 4-year-old? With me thinking, what?
Well, I felt the deal had started and I should honour the deal and follow it through. Anyway, he ended up here as a 4-year-old, and he was then quite a neat, tidy, nice 16-1, and I thought, great horse to produce and probably sell on one day or sell to an owner. He's now 17-1. He's enormous, flamboyant, a full-on horse, and there's not many jockeys out there that would think they'd want to tackle him.
He's owned by Robert and Pitt Glenn, who are great supporters of the team, aren't they? With Barris, their brand, and then also through their personal support of you.
Yes, I ran him on for a year, and at the end of his 5th year, I just said to Robert and Pep, you know what, this horse is actually, he's quite a cool horse. So they came down and saw him and loved him and bought into him then. So at least we had a year of knowing him, and you know, he was very much on track, and he's a horse that we're having so far great fun with.
So last year was a real breakthrough year for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, so last year he was 8. It was a big year. He won the 3-star Tattersalls. Did that very nicely, and that was his first big 3-day. He'd done lots of qualifiers, but he'd never done a real long one. So that was his first long, and then took him to Blenheim, ideally to have been his first 4 short, stepping up to qualify.
So the 8 and 9-year-old, which is a really nice age class, isn't it? It's always super competitive. It's one that you've won with good horses in the past, like Pimm's for Catherine Witt.
And we went there very much with a bit of a big baby, not expecting to win. But, of course, after shed jumping, he was in the lead. And then I actually sadly decided that the ground and everything, because it had been so firm and they'd done everything to it, but it was uneven and I just didn't love it for a big horse, so I decided not to run him, which was quite a big drama when you're in the lead, but, you know, always for another day.
What is it about this horse that makes him, I think, you know, a potential European Championship horse for you next year? What is it about him that you love and that you enjoy working with?
I think he's got that little cut above feeling. He's just a knot up on normal. He's quite flash to look at. He's got that real feeling that I'm a prince. And he loves work. You know, the more you work him, the more he's always on your side. He's never thinking he's not quite ready or doesn't quite understand. He's always in there for the long haul. He's a real worker. Yes, he's a bit of a funny chap with spooking and fiddling around with funny things. But as soon as you say jump a scary fence, oh no problem. But walk past it, he couldn't go walk past it.
He'd jump over it. And I've just got to ask you, because we'll watch him work, but how do you sit that trot? I mean, I know my core is blancmange after 4 kids, but how do you do sitting trot on him?
Yes, it's taken me a while. A lot of holding my neck strap, lots of holding the front of the saddle. Actually, as he softens, he lets me in a bit more. When he's feeling quite bouncy and hard to sit to, it's often because he's not quite there through his whole body. But once he's soft, he's okay. I do lots of deep breathing, and we get there. But yes, he's quite springy.
Wow, he's a complete star, and we're very lucky to have him. GeorgieSaurus, ladies and gentlemen.